Greetings, my friends. It is I, Kohlar the Unkilled, and this is my Skyrim on the Xbox One S, heavily modded for legendary graphics.
I wonder what adventures this new day will bring.
And thus, this video will showcase a bit of what is possible to achieve graphically on the Xbox One. Throughout the showcase, I'll give some basic information about the graphical mods, and just the graphical mods that we'll see, whilst my test character wanders about the wilderness of Skyrim. Let us commence. First, let's look at the trees. And indeed, there's a few things going on here with the trees. Skyrim Floral Overhaul, SFO for short, the trees-only version of the mod, accounts for the shape, textures, and variety of the trees, and I am so thankful for this mod. It has almost single-handedly completed the look of my game. Divine Forest adds dead and fallen trees throughout the land, and it isn't really too evident in this area, but really shines in the Reach and the Morthal area. And HD Trees 2K imparts superior bark textures, and also improves firewood and tree stumps significantly, good tree stumps being so obviously essential to the game. So I'm using HD trees to overwrite the bark texture of SFO, since the SFO bark seemed too low resolution for my tastes. And it works, as you can see, it just works. My trees have never looked better, overall. The landscape mod is Skyland 1K, covering ground textures, including the road, mine and cave interiors, and mountains, except that here I'm overriding the mountains with Majestic Mountain's Dark Side, which accounts for all the rock/mountain textures featured in this video. And as it happens, when I later removed Majestic Mountains, I actually prefer the look of the Skyland Mountains, which is great because it saves a lot of space. Look, there's just no substitute for Skyland, period. But others may prefer rustic lands, and that's fine. It's all subjective anyway. The grass throughout all of this is Vedosbrom normal version, and it remains my favorite grass mod. After testing numerous others, mainly for its looks, but also its relatively small size. Many others prefer Verdant, and while Verdant is really good, I don't think it's more than double the size good, if you know what I mean. Northern Grass is another amazing grass mod, but me being as particular as I am, and needing the space, I always come back to Vedosbrom. And now I'm going to talk about the weather. There's all this volumetric lighting, god rays and such. There seems to be a thickness to the very light itself.
Life is tired now.
I don't know how else to describe it. See, look at this. Mythical Age's weather is responsible for all that, which makes a spectacular difference to the overall appearance of your world, especially if you seek that fantasy ambiance like I do. And it always looks this good, whereas other weather mods may look this good, but only at times, and only under certain conditions.
Are we done? I thought so.
Here we are in Whiterun Hold. Normally all plains, but thanks to the Great Forest of Whiterun is now a massive dense forest with new added locations and map markers. It covers an immense area, the entire hold in fact, and makes use of all your tree mods. It's great getting to explore what seemed like this splendid new land. Here's one of the new locations. I had but one issue with the Great Forest, and that was the materializing of trees, even though you don't really see it in this video. And this, no doubt, can be at least partially attributed to the heavy graphical load order that I run. Thus, if you're not bothered by that one issue, I highly recommend the mod. Now, in case you haven't picked up on it yet, there may be a couple of graphical mods that can be spotted throughout the video that I don't mention. I'm interested to see how closely this video is being watched. If you think you know what those are, put it in the comments, and we shall discuss. At the end of this video, I have a list of individuals in no particular order that I simply must give thumb-outs to. If you're on this list, it's because you've been an inspiration to me in some way, or you've made some of the mods that make my game look and play amazing. Either way, you've empowered me to take the leap of making this video, the first of many, and thus I can't thank you enough. That list resides at the end of this video, and certainly thanks to everyone who's endured up to this point. I am Kohlar the Unkilled, and I'll see you next time around.